Hello guys, and welcome to a new series today by me, Vulcan. Today I have for you Thrones of Britannia, a Total War Saga. New game just came out. Unfortunately didn't gain early access, but still wanted to play it nonetheless, so went ahead and bought it, and here we are. And I'm going to be starting a new campaign. So I was going to put the faction to a vote, but I decided in the end just to play something that I wanted to initially, and if you guys enjoy the campaign and want to see another one, then we can always have another vote after this one in order to find out what you guys would like to see. I've chosen to play East Engle. Now the reason for that is because they are a very aggressive nation, and they like to be at war. Basically all of their bonuses sort of surround being at war, which is perfect for my playstyle. I like being very aggressive, I like playing out the battles and so on, and therefore it just seemed right. I don't get any penalties for attacking other people, and that's perfect for me. We do kind of struggle with the initial challenge of it being hard apparently, and we're also going to be playing on very hard campaign and battle difficulty. Considering I haven't played the game before, I'm just kind of working off footage from other players. It could get interesting to say the least. I'm actually, kind of convinced I might not even succeed in this campaign. Mainly because I've heard that the game is just in general very difficult, mainly due to all of the political management and so on, which I'm not particularly keen on, but we'll see how it goes. Let's have a look at our cultural features. So income, 150% increased income from raiding and sacking. That is extremely nice, and we're going to have to make sure we make use of raiding. This faction experiences a boost to morale when fighting against its hated Anglo-Saxon enemies. That is very nice as well, and will definitely be the case since West Sussex is basically on our doorstep, and Mercia is not far away. We also have Here King. The king of the Danes here in Britannia must play a delicate game to stay at the top, find the balance between appeasing the English army and your army. Honestly, not really going to be trying to appease the English too much, but we'll see how it goes. Faction features, Guthrum's Will. The king of the Danelaw rewards those who raid and conquer in his name. Get missions to fight and unique rewards for your aggression. Perfect. +5 melee skill for all units when in enemy territory. Even better. And very strong axe infantry and good balance of other infantry units. Has access to berserkers and powerful Anglian champions. Very awesome indeed. Now one thing that is interesting about Total War Thrones of Britannia is that we have victory objectives, and you can complete these any way you like. So you can focus on the short conquest victory, long conquest victory, short fame, long fame victories, or short kingdom, long kingdom victories. Also there is of course the ultimate victory, which is completing any of the previous ones and then eliminating the Viking invasion fleets of the Normans. So there's a lot to think about going into this, and we're probably just going to go for like either a short kingdom or short conquest victory for our first campaign, and then I'll probably do a longer playthrough afterwards and give you guys the vote on that. So that's exciting stuff. You could also probably vote for me to continue this campaign, so I'll put that in there as well if you guys would like me to. So yeah, we'll probably go for like short conquest victory or something, see how it goes. It's still pretty long, the campaign, regardless. Now let's have a look at this faction information. Since killing Edmund, the last Anglian king, nearly a decade ago, the Vikings have made themselves at home in East Engle. Now, Guthrum, not content with his eastern holdings, has ambitions to become the most powerful Viking warlord in English territory. As well as making considerable inroads into Mercia and challenging the borders of Northumbria, he has raided as far as West Sax, even hitting Alfred in his capital in a surprise attack. Guthrum is a man to watch. Very nice. In terms of campaign settings, I think we're going to keep it at 60-minute battle time limit. Battle realism mode will be off because it's just kind of a pain in the ass. Autosave to cloud, that's fine. Advisor help, I think we'll keep it at high for now. I might turn it off later on, just in case it gets annoying. That is okay. Let's go ahead and start the campaign.
lands from across the sea to pillage and conquer. For a decade, our army left a trail of destruction, but it did not last. The army was divided, with half heading to Northumbria and the rest pushing on, only to be defeated. But our story does not end there. A treaty was signed, ceding East Engle to us. We must rebuild. Our time will come again, and we will be ready!
Your peace treaty with the Saxons was a matter of expedience. It does not bind you forever. You came here as warriors, and warriors you remain. Muster your strength and finish what your ancestors started. More Viking incursions from the south are on the way. Build up your defenses and strengthen your army. You cannot afford to be caught out when they attack. You have one army in place already, awaiting your order to attack the rebels in the east. Eradicate the rebel army, and you will be set to start your campaign in earnest.
Beautiful. So, we're finally here in Thrones of Britannia. There's going to be a lot to take in, guys. We have a lot of the UI to look at initially, get our bearings, and then I'll be carrying on with the campaign. So first of all, we have this mission issued, Humble Beginnings. We should stabilise internally before we look beyond our borders. Prove your right to rule and eliminate the nearby rebels. If we eliminate them, we get internal stability, which gives us +5 public order for all regions and +50% unit replenishment. Lovely. Right, so advisor, of course, top left. We have our menu, chat, and advisor. Great stuff. We've got cash. We got food. Food is actually a pretty big deal in Thrones of Britannia because all of your units use up a certain amount of food per turn, and if you go over that limit then you will eventually run out, and that can definitely affect the replenishment, and your units will, I think, start to just deplete because you won't be able to feed them all. If you have a food surplus, you do get a really nice unit replenishment multiplier, so it's decent idea to keep your food surplus high when you can, just to sort of replenish your units very quickly. We do have War Fervor. This is a measure for my people's appetite for war. On higher difficulty settings, you lose more War Fervor for each war you are engaged in. Wow, that's incredible. But yeah, every time you win a battle and you take like settlements and stuff, the War Fervor, I think, increases and gives you extra public order and fame. And then when you're at war and you're not doing any of those things, it decreases very rapidly, and it can cause you to lose public order, I think. So that's how I think that works. I'm not entirely sure. Here King is one of our mechanics, so let's read into this. If you didn't like the English before, you really won't like them when they're angry. Happiness could be increased here. So due to events, war with English factions, occupation, battles and technology, and cultural equilibrium, we have a chance to increase English happiness by occupying settlements and ransoming warriors after battle as long as they aren't English. This happiness naturally declines as time passes. Then we have the Here King army, which is a strong, confident force, is far less likely to loot, pillage, and generally abuse the local population. This army happiness could be increased. So, increase the army happiness by sacking settlements and taking on warriors after battle. This happiness naturally declines as time passes. Okay, interesting. So we should probably generally take on... Okay, so this isn't taking on, this is ransoming after battle, improves the English, and taking on warriors after battle increases the army happiness. So those are two things we're going to have to remember. Leader influence is not very high at the moment, so we're actually getting minus loyalty for all characters, we're getting minus public order in all provinces, we're getting minus fame, minor diplomatic penalty towards all of the factions. Wow. And those are our faction bonuses. So that was already a lot to take in. Now we have objectives, which is something we've already looked at. Our victory conditions, we have our missions in there as well. We have our economy, which is where we can set our tax level. Not sure we can really turn that up at all. Nope. Generally we'll not be able to throughout the entire campaign, I'm sure. Province with the lowest public order is currently Middle Sax. We might be able to take that or sort that out at some point. Trade is automatic in this game. We don't have to set that up, which is kind of nice. Kind of takes away some of the diplomatic micromanagement. And then we have our summary, which is great. Next we have technology. Technology is a bit odd in Thrones of Britannia. We have to, at least for the military side of things, complete certain tasks in order to unlock them. So you can see this is recruit 10 sword and or axe infantry units. And once we recruit 10, we can then unlock shield biters and huskars. And we can continue down those lines in order to get extra upgrades. So we just need to, I think, unlock the initial one, and then we can continue to move down those trees. In terms of civics, looks like that relies on the upgrade of buildings. And then we get the researches towards those. So I think food production is something I'd like to focus on. Allows us to have a larger army. Also, this one gives us extra public order from irrigation. Community is also nice. Public order is definitely something you want to focus on when you're playing on very hard difficulty. So that's something that I might focus on. The other thing you could do is maybe focus on zeal, increase on generals, but not sure if there's anything that does that. We'll have to check that later on. We can't research anything for now anyway. Diplomacy. I have no idea where to start with diplomacy. Who are our natural allies? Who are our natural enemies? I mean, obviously, West Sax hates us. They currently have Sooth Sax and Sent over here, or Kent, I guess that is, under their vassalage. Yeah, they are vassals. Wow, they've got 6 vassals. Gwent, Glissig, and Defina. Okay. So apologies if I butcher all of these names. I mean, I am going to, regardless of how British I am. We need to find ourselves probably some allies at some point. I don't know where they're going to come from though. I mean,
We will break bread.
these guys actually quite like us. Maybe we get the declaration of friendship with Mercia, and then we use that to take on West Sax. Can we get any cash for that? That'd be intriguing. No. But I think a declaration of friendship is decent, because then we can focus on like some of these areas in between. Currently strength rank 4, we're strength rank 3. Wow, okay. That's quite nice. Defensive pact is off the board right now. Just having a look at those options, but yeah, that friendship is nice. Probably don't want to try and be friends with any of their enemies, so maybe Hurlborg here.
We will talk now.
Oh, they are a vassal of Northumbria, aren't they? So that's not ideal.
You will get a fair hearing.
Declaration of friendship
We would like a contribution to our cause.
between us and Northumbria. Maybe for now.
Shall we seal the deal?
I'll take that, that's sure. So we've secured friendships with 2 of the biggest powers in England. I think that's a good start. Let's see what's happening with the rest of these guys. We have Steinburg here and Widerborg. They are not allied with anyone. Are any of these allied with anyone? Biderborg has defensive pacts with Heimeborg. Heimelilborg and Liderborg. I think they're all defensive packs. This is a little alliance block here, but Steinborg and Widerborg are exposed, so they might be natural expansion paths. These are our vassal. Do we want to do anything else? I mean, is there any point in
You will get a fair hearing.
sending declarations of friendship all the way over to Ireland just yet? I'm not sure, honestly. Maybe if we want to invade there later on? Not sure. I think maybe a declaration of friendship with Cernu here would be a good idea.
And let us negotiate.
Or are they still... Who are they a vassal of? What? Are they a vassal of West Saxon? Okay, they just don't like them. That's fine. I'm just looking for enemies of West Sax in Ireland, but I don't think I'm going to find any. So we're just going to leave diplomacy for now. There's just so many nations. So much to do. Anyway, next up, faction. Wow, we are really suffering from loyalty problems, aren't we? Oh, that would be due to our difficulty. Lovely. I knew very hard difficulty would be a pain in the bum, but that is kind of taking the piss. They're all on 2 loyalty. If they get to 0, I think that's when they rebel. So we've got a little bit of breathing room. Best way to deal with this would be to either decrease the influence of the people who have higher influence than us, because that would definitely be decreasing their loyalty. The other way we could do it is maybe just secure loyalty. Secure loyalty, though, is kind of a temporary measure. Lowering their influence is more permanent. So if we select, say, Hingvar here, lowering his influence, it will cost 1,325. But I'm not sure it's worth it. It really depends on what else we want to do this turn. Like, of course, I want to build up my economy. I want to maybe build some more troops. We want to sort out the public order here. I mean, this could be quite easily fixed. Right, if we go into our faction thing here and go to governors and estates, I believe we can change things around. So East Sax is currently held by Anlaf, but if we give him Middlesex, he can use his zeal there to help out with the public order. But the good thing about him is he has 4 governance. What does that give us? Minus corruption, minus construction cost. Now East Sax, what is the public order here? 4. So if we took him away, that wouldn't actually be a problem. Yeah, we're just going to switch that round quickly. Now this is one thing that I'm not particularly keen on in Thrones of Britannia. Is all this micromanagement. Oh, now East Sax is struggling with -1 public order. Current chance of rebellion is 1%. So it's a chance of rebellion every turn, dependent on the current public order. Wow, that could really bite you pretty hard. Like, even 1% has a chance to fire. Yes, it's a 1 in 100 chance, but trust me, this game is going to hate me. Is there any other way to fix that? I mean, this one's only on 2, Suffolk, and Norfolk is on 5. But that's because the dude there is on 6 zeal. So that would be -1 if I moved him to East Sax, and this guy has no zeal. I think it's better that way round though, because at least in London, our governor here is making that positive. Right, we've got low loyalty, which we can pretty much do nothing about until I've done this battle, because after I've done that battle, I will know where I need to put my cash. And we don't care about the public order. Alright, let's finally jump into this battle. We can actually upgrade these forces. It might be worth doing that beforehand. Get them their weapons and armour. That's some of the cash already spent. We can't recruit unless we are garrisoned or in fortified stance. Okay. Let's go for this battle.
Be sure to weigh up your chances of victory. Indicate.
Okay. So it's a very even one. They have horses though, and we do not. I guess I'll just have to keep my spearmen in front of my archers for the time being. Try and take out those horsemen first. Then we'll be going in for the engagement directly. Now, one thing I do like about these battles in Thrones of Britannia is that your general unit is actually useful in battle. You shouldn't be scared to use him. So let's go ahead and manually fight this battle. I like the loading screen. Quite a lot of information. This map is very interesting. Showing where the trees are and so on, and the elevation of the map. It looks like the elevation might be in their favour. Okay, let's get this show on the road. Do we want rain? No, we want it to be dry, right? Because we have more ranged forces than they do. And they do indeed have the high ground. That's gonna suck. But look how gorgeous this game looks. I think my FPS may be tanking a little, but unfortunately I can't do anything about that at the moment. I'd like to limit my FPS in the game to like 30 or 35 so that I get a smooth performance, because in the later Total War games recently I've really struggled with like crappy frame rates on my GTX 1080, which really shouldn't happen, but it is what it is. But either way, we're going to have to try and win this battle. Let's bring these guys all up to the left. I think this is going to be the best way to do it. Maybe try and get up onto this hill and then charge down onto them.
Try pitting your missile infantry against the enemy's missile infantry. Missile troops are vulnerable to cavalry charges, however, so protect them with melee troops.
Okay, so they are sort of turning towards us. I think while I have all my troops move up here, what I'm going to do is have a look at some of the abilities. We have guard mode, shield castle. That gives us missile block chance. So that's quite simply just for if you want to be stationary so that you can defend yourself against missile fire. We have a rally ability, of course. This is just on our general. Draw, all the normal stuff. Okay, cool. What about our spearmen? They can do shield castle. No shield wall button, which I'm surprised about. We can get loose spacing on the long axemen. Because they don't have shields, I assume they just have to spread out to avoid being hit. Tell you what, these units do look very nice indeed. Oh, they can also go into wedge formation. Wow. Yeah, let's have a good look at these unit models as they run past. These are our long axemen. Nice big two-handed axes. And we have our sword herdmen, which are our armoured swordsmen. Then we have our Warlord's Companions. These guys are the elite. Looking very good indeed. We probably shouldn't have these guys running, by the way. They're going to get winded, especially running uphill. Then we have our Spearmen. These aren't very well armoured Spearmen, but still probably decent for taking on the Cav. Then we have, of course, our Archers. Now I don't want these guys to be winded, so we're just going to keep them walking. And I think we got ourselves into a position now where we can start lining up and facing them. So I really would like the Spearmen, I think, to just cover my Archers where I can. Okay. So the spears are here, that's fine. I might have them stay back and the rest of the troops move forwards. I might even have these guys go into the wedge formation and charge the Levy Axe Infantry. I mean, the thing is about the Levy Axe Infantry is they could probably be killed pretty easily by my archers, so I might attempt to do that just initially to get the battle going. And we'll put these guys into a wedge and we'll look to try and break them a little. Yeah, look, we did a nice amount of damage there, nice chunk. Don't know why they're already falling back. That's skirmish. Wow. Let's turn that off. We want to focus their scout horsemen where we can. Right, we'll have these guys break off to the right a bit. Right, that's fine. We charged into my spearmen. Okay, that's good. Right, now I just have these guys get involved, right? I'm going to let my archers just fire away as well.
Our general is under attack.
Right, that's fine. We can put these guys into the castle formation, and they will not take any damage, hopefully. Those cav have ran away. Hopefully we can just force them away. Oh, they've recovered. Okay. Come on, archers. I don't know why that fire is so inaccurate. Incredible. I think I need to recruit myself some better archers. They are just going way off. Okay, I think we've... yeah, they're broken, they're shattered. That's good. Right, let's stop with the friendly fire, please. Right, so that's good. My spearmen did their job. Now we can focus on... I was going to say the axe infantry, but no, it doesn't look like we can. They're going to focus on my swordsmen. I'm just going to keep this tower up, and we're going to just hit their archers with our archers. And that's fair. Look how cool that looks. I mean, does anyone else think that chant sounds something German? I don't know. To spread these guys out a bit more, because I don't think the ones at the back are actually firing. Right, I think we're going to have our axemen go into their spearmen. Oh, that's cool. They just break the shield castle and charge. I like that a lot. That's very cool. Alright, one thing we did get done there is get surrounded. That was not ideal. Like the wedge formation, yeah, it was all very well, but we did quite a lot of damage on the charge actually, but and now we're surrounded, so yeah, not ideal. Yeah, we'll kill off their archers and then we can use our archers to shoot into the back of them. I'm quite happy to keep these guys just in the tower there and take that fire, that's fine. Now we did manage to, you know, get into the back of them here, which is good. These sword headmen are doing pretty well actually against the spearmen. Yeah, we're doing very well here. Okay, good. Let's have these guys continue to target those. I'm actually going to have these ones come around to the right side as well, but they can start firing into the back of the infantry. We want to just maybe buff the morale here for the time being. And then we're going to have these guys come around the back as well.
See, they flee before our might.
I want to kind of shatter those guys if I can. Yeah, they're going to keep recovering, which is really annoying. Oh, they have some guys just running away there. Oh, we managed to just crush them right in the back there. I like that a lot. I think we're just going to put our guys into melee and just kill them.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Right, those guys are shattered, I think, now. Look at some of this battle animations. We don't have any blood and gore yet because the DLC has not been released. But hopefully we'll see it soon because it will make a lot of these battles look a lot better. Let's have these archers not get charged. We're going to put their skirmish back on. Yeah, we had a chance there to kill off quite a lot of their spearmen, so we did. Now it's just a matter of firing into the back of this engagement. Take these guys out of the wedge formation and just get involved there. Oh nice, yeah, that was good. Really good actually. So maybe focus these guys. These guys are running away, so we can just charge them down. Yeah, General's surrounded, so he'll die soon. These guys are going to be picked apart. And honestly, yeah, that's it. That's victory. Nice. Barely lost any units, really. Just mow them down. My archers stab them to death. One thing that is kind of weird is it takes them a little while to like stab them. It's like stabbing them multiple times until the guy falls down. I think that's like the health system just being a bit weird there. But a decisive victory. Nice. 185 losses. Very good start. So I think we want to take on our men, right, to appease the army. I think that's what I'm going to do. Take on warriors. Their inexperience in your forces, however, will affect your army's skill. Oh. Will it dilute the unit ranks that we get? So we have just got unit rank 4 there. On both our sword herdmen and the warlord's companions. That's a lot of experience very quickly indeed. We'll take on those warriors nonetheless and see how much that affects us. Enemy killed in battle. And mission succeeded. So we get the internal stability. Very nice. And we get Here King Army, one to watch. The world will rank you by the deeds of your army. Giving them every chance to show their skill in battle or raids is the way to ensure your warriors speak well to you, or well of you, and give their all. So that's going to be minus 5% upkeep cost for all armies. Wow, that's a crazy bonus. And plus 5% unit replenishment, minus 4% recruitment cost. Beautiful. We've only just got it. I mean, it will probably decrease in the next turn, but very nice. Now we can upgrade Guthrum. He has ranked up because of that. So we can put it towards one of these followers here. That's where the points go. So we have Champion, +1 command, +5% or +5 melee skill for the commander's unit. Okay. Then we have Scribe, which is +5% cash in the local province and +1 governance, +1 zeal. Zeal is useful for Commander Aura, unit morale when under siege, unit morale when general nearby, and extra public order in the local province. We have Forager, it's useful for unit replenishment and food production in the local province. Pillager, extra raiding income, and -2 enemy morale in the local province. That's very nice actually. Quartermaster is extra campaign map movement range. Priest is loyalty and -2 public order in the local enemy province. Then we have Siege Engineer, which is extra siege holdout time and minus siege holdout time for enemies. Okay. So it's either between Quartermaster, because campaign map movement range is king. Pillager, I'm not sure is particularly useful unless we're going to be raiding a lot, which we probably will because of our faction traits, but whether or not it's worth just getting extra 5% doesn't seem worth it. The -2 enemy morale is nice though. Forager looks very good because of the extra unit replenishment, is another really strong trait to have. Zeal, maybe. Scribe, pointless. Champion, maybe. I mean, the leader units are really, really good, it seems. We barely lost any men on those, so maybe buffing those would be good. But I think it's between like Pillager, Forager, and Quartermaster. I think for now, Forager would be better, especially if we're like recruiting, right? The next trait would give us like +7 and -7 food production in enemy province. Wow, okay. Let's take those changes, increase our replenishment. And I think what we're going to do is move back to our settlement for this turn and recruit some more units. But what we'll do, guys, is look at that in the next episode, because unfortunately it has been my time. That's where I'm going to leave it. And honestly, a very interesting introduction to the game. There are some mechanics that I think are going to get rather tedious. Public order, of course, being one of them. That is the same in all Total War games. But also loyalty. I think that's going to become a real pain in the ass. We're going to have to look at where we want to put this cash, and I think securing loyalty is definitely one thing we will be putting it towards. But before that, it will be, of course, our armies, as we will want to build those up as quickly as possible to take advantage of the AI not doing the same. But that's all for now. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.